Hey, I'm Allie Bradley with NewsNation, and we're here in Charlotte, North Carolina, covering Operation Charlotte's Web. We followed Border Patrol around for a couple of days to see how they were conducting operations in Charlotte, and we were actually there when someone rammed one of their vehicles, that individual now being charged with assault on a federal agent.
Get her!
What's your name?
Who are you with?
I'm with NewsNation. I'm Allie Bradley. How are you?
I mean, I'm not going to talk while cops are around.
You don't want to talk while cops are around?
Yeah, nothing against y'all.
Okay, that's fair. What were you doing? What were you trying to do?
I was just, I'm not going to say the group, but there's a couple of groups of volunteers that are just watching ICE, keeping an eye on them, alerting people of the locations they're at. They were blocking me in, and as I was leaving, because they were trying to yell at me because I was in their parking lot, because God forbid someone else is at their 7-Eleven. And then they tried to break into my car, so I drove away quickly, and apparently that made them mad, so.
Was there aggressive behavior on your end? Because I heard them give you a warning.
Oh yeah, they were yelling at me, but it's not illegal to be in a 7-Eleven parking lot, you know.
But when you were driving kind of erratically, right? You drove over a curb and you kind of barreled into the parking lot. I saw that happen too. What was the intention of that?
The intention of pulling into a parking lot? Like
no,
I said,
like
we're with a
hopping the
volunteer
curb
group
and
and
speeding into a parking lot.
I don't know what you're referring to. We're with like I said, it's a volunteer group. We're just spotting ICE around Charlotte.
Clues?
Are you a volunteer? All right, cool. vehicle?
Any vehicle.
Can we get that close? No, I'm handicapped. You can't walk without the wheelchair. Vehicles need a roof. Can you get that Suburban out of the way so that way we bring it in here? I'm gonna try to get it closer. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. We're bringing in the car right now, guys. You guys just go out. You got keys?
Sorry, he's gonna back up one more time, guys.
Sorry. Hey, can you guys stay over here? Can you guys stay past this way, please? Yep. Please. Stay on this side of the vehicle, please. Sorry, ma'am. Please.
Right here, okay?
That's fine.
And I asked if she wanted
I must step over there. What would you consider what we just witnessed to be what happened?
Yeah, Allie, undoubtedly what we just witnessed was assault on a federal officer. It's a very good example of assault on a federal officer and another good example of what not to do when federal officers are around. That individual not only failed to heed directions, but actually rammed a government vehicle and then decided it would be a good idea to abscond. And that did not work out very well for that individual. That individual's behind me in custody now.
Now, what will be the next steps? Will this person be prosecuted? What happens next with their arrest?
Sure. Allie, this individual is under arrest now and will be charged with 18 U.S.C. 111 assault on a federal officer. So we're going to take this individual for fingerprints, and we're going to process that individual for that and possibly other crimes as well. We're going to do some investigations there and see.
So what led to that? Did that individual come into the parking lot? What led to kind of this escalation? Walk me through what we experienced.
Sure. Allie, we were at a local service station there on Old Concord Road. We stopped to get some drinks and some snacks, used the bathroom, that type of thing. And this individual came into the parking lot, jumped a curb coming into the parking lot, drove aggressively at agents. The individual was given a warning not to impede, obstruct, or delay federal officers. And a few minutes later, as we were trying to leave the parking lot, this individual tried to pull the vehicle in front of the federal vehicles. And upon doing that, we gave her another warning, or gave that individual another warning. And at that time, that individual backed into a government vehicle and then absconded the scene.
Now, when it comes to that scene, there were some individuals that kind of approached you a little aggressively, said they don't want you here, said that your presence isn't helping, that you're kidnapping people. What was your response to that, and what would you say to people here in Charlotte who are concerned with the federal presence?
Sure, Charlotte, like everywhere we've been, 95% of the individuals like our presence here. We're getting a lot of thumbs up today, a lot of kudos for doing what we're doing today. So there's always a vocal minority of individuals, probably the same individuals like in other places that fall victim to that heated rhetoric by politicians and/or community leaders. And those individuals, maybe with a weaker mindset, fall victim to that type of rhetoric. And I think that's what we heard today. When you question them and ask them exactly what their concerns are, they're almost always unable to explain exactly what their concerns are as far as our presence here.
Now, the mayor and Representative Adams as well, and you even had an interaction on Twitter regarding kind of the lack of support for you. What would you say to them if you could sit down in a room with the lawmakers who are saying that your presence here is a concern to them?
Sure. I think the presence of criminals on the streets in Charlotte should be much more of a concern than any lawful law enforcement mission that's taking place here. The amount of criminals that we are pulling off the streets in just 2 days now, to the tune of hundreds, many of which are hardened criminals, gang members, including Serranos and 18th Street, some very vile gangs that you don't want on the streets. We're pulling those type of illegal aliens off the streets. So I would ask Representative Adams or any of the other elected representatives to think about that before they vilify law enforcement that is actually making their community a safer place. Also, Allie, again, their constituents are glad we're here. So other than that vocal minority we just talked about, most people are glad we're here. We see them every day, giving the thumbs up, telling us good job, and also asking us to stay in Charlotte.
And this is coined Operation Charlotte's Web. Next, Catahoula Crunch in New Orleans. Are we going to expect to see more of kind of the same operations there?
Well, Allie, we always, for operational security concerns, we don't discuss those next operations, but wherever we go, rest assured, beyond a shadow of a doubt, as sure as the sun rises, we're going to take as many bad people and bad things off the street as we can. We're going to make America a safer place, one arrest at a time.
Okay, now final question here. When it comes to kind of the pushback, the backlash, everything like that, how are you dealing with it? How are you, I mean, you've gotten death threats, you've had threats. We know 8,000% increase on threats against federal law enforcement. How is that, kind of how are you navigating that part? Because you come out here with that kind of sunny disposition in a way, and you're always greeting people, and even if they come at you and tell you that they hate you and they don't want you here, you still have a conversation with them. So how are you navigating these threats and this kind of negative energy towards you?
Sure. The negativity in this type of operation, that's just part of it. And oftentimes when you hear that negativity, especially from some groups such as the Latin Kings or the bad people, then you know you're over the target. And when you're over the target, you do what we always do here in the Mean Green Team, and that's go harder. And that's what we're doing here. And this is a fantastic law enforcement effort. This is an integrated effort. ICE, Border Patrol, and many other law enforcement partners are right here on this scene today. We're working hard together, and you're going to see us going even harder in Charlotte during Operation Charlotte's Web and any other operations that we take that we're part of.
So some of the statistics I got: 161,000 people living in the Charlotte area of operation that have final orders of removal, 6,300 criminal convictions. Why are you in Charlotte? What are those the targets, or are there other individuals that you guys are going after?
Sure. This is still an all threats mission, just like it was in Los Angeles, Chicago, and anywhere else we go. It's an all threats mission. We have targets, good verifiable targets that we go after. We also have general immigration enforcement and our special operations component as well. So all three of those combined, any threat that has to do with Title VIII, that's our immigration laws, any threat is capable of being arrested.
Does it have to do with the sanctuary policies here at all, about why you guys are here with the illegal immigrants being released? I know DHS was saying things about that. Is that something that you're working on as well?
Well, absolutely. That's always something we look at in terms of intelligence, or where we're going to hit next, or what we're going to do, or where are the threats. And when we have that many thousands of individuals that are released onto the streets to prey on Ma and Pa America, that's definitely something that's going to resonate with us.
All right, Chief, anything else you want to add?
We're glad to be here in Charlotte. Keep track of us there on social media. We're going to go hard. There's going to be a lot more good arrests of illegal aliens, bad people, bad things. What happened today is something that shouldn't happen here in the United States. These individuals, like what you saw today at that gas station that ended in an arrest here of an American citizen, of a possible American citizen, you know, that's not the way to do it. Violence is not the way to voice your opposition to an operation like this. So if you want to do that, there's other methods. This won't work out very well for you if you decide to go this route, as this individual is going to find out. So we're here in Charlotte, we're going hard, and you're going to see a lot more of us in Charlotte and potentially other locations. We're glad to be here.
Got to ask really quick, how's the body camera going?
Love the body camera. It's fantastic. I can use it very well, very adept at the body camera, and body cameras tell a story. So I think that's always another tool in the tool belt.
All right, Chief.
Thank you,
Always a
ma'am.
pleasure.
Yes,
Thank you,
ma'am.
sir. Now, you heard from the chief there, obviously responding to controversy. There's some backlash from videos circulating. The mayor, the governor, they condemn the moves of the federal deployment here in the North Carolina area, because we know they're also operating in Raleigh. Now, next up for Border Patrol, they're expected to go to Louisiana. They have their eyes set on New Orleans, where they'll conduct Operation Catahoula Crunch, named after the state dog.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.